This is like 10 out of 10, insanely quality work. I'm so excited, bro. I don't even want to put this in the car. It looks so good. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to part 2 of the vlog. And in this video, we're actually going to be targeting the M20. And right now, we got Julia, my girlfriend, taping up the intake manifold, getting it ready for paint. Just like how this intake runner is already nice and taped off. We got a lot of parts to paint here. I already cleaned all of them. We got oil pan, like the thermostat, the bell housing piece, just a bunch of engine parts all the way over here that need to be painted, because in the next week or so, I get my motor back from the machine shop. Then we gotta paint the head and the block because we want everything looking factory OEM to our best ability. We got Julia on the camera right here. Oh yeah. All right, peel that top piece off. Nice. All right, we got the cast coat aluminum engine enamel with ceramic paint from O'Reilly's. Been using it for years. It's amazing. But let's get painting and get this oil pan looking a little bit cleaner. First coat is always definitely a lot lighter, just so we can get it to stick. Start to look a lot better. Cool. What's up, you guys? So I got a little side project that I'm doing for a homie right now. Check this out. So he has this little downpipe for his turbo. I think it's an S14 that he's doing right now. And I'm basically just welding on an O2 bung for him right here. Just like that. Some pretty heavy stainless. So I'm working my way through drilling a little pilot hole so that we can use our step-up drill bit and get in there, and then we'll get this thing welded. But let me drill this hole, and I will get back to you guys once we get to welding. All right, we got the O2 bung fully welded in, looking pretty decent. I mean, the welds aren't gorgeous per se, but they're definitely penetrated, super solid. They're definitely doing their job. But dude, this step-up drill bit is actually insane. This thing shredded through it in about 30 seconds, and we got our O2 bung in. But let's continue working on the M20 parts. This is how we're looking right now. Intake manifold is fully painted, as well as the engine arms, one of the heater core hoses, oil pan, and front main pulley. And we got a few more parts over here that we still gotta paint, like timing cover, power steering pump. And then I do wanna polish up the rest of these headers, at least from like the downpipe up. But I will keep you guys posted. Check it out. We got most of the parts just about fully painted over here. This little guy in the corner. But as far as paint goes, we are just about done. And I'm super stoked because everything really is starting to come together. And I cannot wait to get my motor back from the machine shop. All right, so I went ahead and I actually painted my fuel rail too. So this thing's looking super clean, and I even taped up each individual port where the injectors go. So let's see if we get some satisfying tape pull, dude. I'm kind of hyped on this, dude. I felt like I did a pretty good job at taping this thing off as well as painting. Oh, dude. Dude, okay, that was so satisfying. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And just like that, fuel rail fully painted, super clean. And we have all of our other parts. Everything's fully repainted, so we are good to go. All right, up next, we got these nice long tube headers. Well, somewhat nice. I polished up these first 3 right here, but we gotta get the rest of them. And dude, also look at this. I don't know who did this, dog. You guys see that right there? You know, let me get a better angle. Hold up. Look at these doo-doo ass welds, bro. Like, I'm talking some straight boogers, bro. Straight up picked their nose, flicked it onto these fucking headers, dude. So we're gonna get this whole section cleaned up, cut this off, and just re-weld basically the whole downpipe. So this is what all of our parts are looking like, guys. Pretty stoked, honestly. This is looking super sweet. Headers look absolutely awesome. Comparatively how they looked down here before. I still gotta do a little bit of work down here, of course. But I might end up Cerakoting these, which protects all the heat. Basically, it keeps all the heat in and keeps them like a universal, nice, clean look permanently. Whereas these will probably turn like a bronze color. But overall, pretty excited. Everything's looking pretty good. All right, so you guys definitely pay attention on this one because this one's important. So on this throttle body right here, this is for obviously the M20, but it same goes for M10, M20, M30, any of the classic BMW motors. So down this, where the throttle plate is, there's a shaft that runs through. Obviously, it runs on an axis like that. On the left and the right side right here, you have these little bushings, or I guess bearings. And these aren't normal bearings. If you can kind of tell in there, there's like a rubber coating, like a rubber seal on both ends. And a lot of the times, if you've ever done a leak down test to see for any vacuum leaks, a lot of the time, at least even on my M10 in my car currently, I have smoke coming out from right here, and that causes a super poor idle. So that's what we're gonna be replacing, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So with this throttle right here, this is our throttle position sensor. This is what tells the car that we are open throttle or closed. And let's see if you can hear it once I pull the throttle. That little clicking noise is me moving the throttle open just a bit. And that's how you know that the computer knows that we are now open throttle. And these are the adjustments for right here. So when you take this back off, so we're gonna make sure that when we do put this back on, we have it aligned, and I'll show you guys how to do that. It's super easy, but go ahead and basically take off everything on this throttle. So once we get our throttle position sensor off, you can actually see behind that snap ring, that is one of our bearings right there we're gonna replace. And then it'll look like the same on the other side. But just wanted to show you guys, and we'll keep on going. All right, so you can see that we got that little snap ring out, and I basically just used some snap ring pliers, but I grinded down. Let's see if you guys can see that here, hold on. Bear with me, dude. I grinded them down to like needle points, dude, to get it. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take apart this whole spring assembly. Make sure you take a ton of photos, videos, whatever you need to kind of remember how this all seats in here, because I know that some of these springs are wound up a few times. So keep mind of how they come out to put them back in the exact same way. All right, so we finally got that bearing out, dude. That was honestly a pain in the ass, but we got it out. And I'm super stoked, but you can see, look at that nice deep gouge we got in there. That one's pretty heavy, a little bit more than I expected, but we're just gonna put some Permatex or some gasket maker, the black gasket maker, when we press the new bushing bearing in. I keep calling it a bushing, dude, it's a bearing. But whenever we put the new bearing in, I'm just gonna coat the hole inside of it with gasket maker, and we're definitely gonna be good to go. But before we throw this in the car, I'm definitely gonna smoke test it too. All right, so we have just about everything put back together after resealing. I just used a hammer and I tapped those bearings in. They went in very easily. And when you're winding these two springs back up, you're gonna wanna wind them up 2 times each. And like I said, the biggest help is when you take pictures beforehand. I mean, there's not a lot I can do on camera because even I struggled a bit putting this back together. But keep in mind, 2 turns for each spring to wind up tension, and make sure you just have a bunch of pictures of every single angle. So now that we have everything put back together, I'm gonna show you guys how to align your throttle position sensor. And like I was saying earlier, that's what tells the motor that it's basically in open throttle position. So right here you can see, when we move it, it clicks. So you want it to, right before it clicks, tighten it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And now just like that, we have it fully aligned up, and right when you pull throttle, you can hear it click. And you are completely done with the throttle body, and so am I, thank God, because honestly that was not fun, but it's 100% gonna be worth it. All right, you guys, I had to mock this up, bro, with all the parts that I had, and this just looks absolutely nuts. I mean, I'm so stoked to see this thing in the engine bay with the powder coated valve cover, the headers looking all shiny and shit. I'm gonna get these fully coated, so they're gonna stay like this. I mean, everything just looks phenomenal. And I definitely cannot wait to see it inside the E30, especially once I do my shaved bay. That's gonna be like the first thing we obviously do before we put the motor in. And then once this thing's running good for a few months, we are going on a standalone with ITBs. So I'm telling you, dude, this thing is gonna look nuts. It's gonna sound nuts, and it's gonna perform like nuts, dude. Just a bunch of nuts, essentially. All right, guys, so I am almost at my girlfriend's house. Like I said, dude, she lives in the middle of absolute nowhere. I'm up in the mountains, bro. This has been a 2-hour journey. Look at this view though. So I'm on the side of a mountain, and that is my view. Pretty cool. Honestly, it is super, super cool up here. But at one point, bro, it was like 95 degrees with no AC, and I mean, I was dying. I had to stop to get a Slurpee, and a water, because I already killed like 2 waters on this drive, but we are almost there. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a spot where I can like maybe pull over and get a few cool little clips, but I will let you guys know when I'm there. All right, you guys, here I am. Look at this view. I mean, this view is just absolutely so gorgeous, man. I mean, in person, it does not do it justice on camera. It looks amazing. And that down there, dude, I mean, that's gotta be 1.5 miles down there. So, super cool. Posted on the side of a mountain. I love this drive towards the end. It's always just so scenic and like, just very secluded from like the rest of the world. But the E30 made the drive, no problem. She loves long drives. But here we are. She lives right down there. All right, I don't know if you guys can even hear me, but I am driving in the middle of nowhere to go watch some fireworks. A little side quest for the video right here. How are we feeling? Great. A little bumpy, but overall, pretty cool view. I feel like I'm gonna fucking fall out of this, but this is sick. Made it up to the top. Look at this view. Look how cool. What do you think about this view?
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
That's nuts. All right, what's going on, you guys? So obviously we had a cool little weekend, did some fun stuff, watched some fireworks, but back to business as per usual. So check this out. My brother just got back his Honda motor, which he is eventually boosting. It's fully rebuilt, forged internals, super cool little engine. It's a D16, I think A6, something like that. But we're about to go pick up the M20 and absolutely mog this thing. Even though this thing's gorgeous, I'm about to absolutely shit on him with this. All right, so we just picked up the motor. Still currently at this fucking hit my head. Still at the machine shop. I mean, this guy absolutely killed it. I'm definitely gonna put their information down below because this is some of the best machine work I have ever seen. Even doing things like the rear main seal, dude. I mean, nobody ever wants to put these on, and he put an MLS gasket, redid all of it. I mean, we got all new freeze plugs. The block looks so amazing. I know it's wrapped up right now, but I mean, it doesn't even need paint. He absolutely killed it. He even marked right here where the valves are exposed so I don't flip it over. I mean, this is like 10 out of 10, insanely quality work. I'm so excited, bro. I don't even want to put this in the car. It looks so good. But I'm so stoked. Let's get this thing home and we'll do a full review on this. All right, so we are back from the machine shop and look how good this thing looks, dude. I mean, this looks like a brand new engine. I don't even want to paint this. Realistically, I'm definitely not painting this. This just looks absurd as is. And then we have the head over here, which looks super awesome as well. Super good. You guys remember how bad this thing used to look. But I'm gonna slap this on top and see what everything looks like with the headers and just see what the semi-complete motor looks like. All right, you guys, check this thing out. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. We got it fully mocked up for the most part. Obviously no gaskets other than the head gasket, but it's just held in with 2 head studs right now. But I mean, this is just, I mean, my brain can't comprehend how clean this is. I've been to plenty of machine shops. I've built a few motors over the years, and this block and head is by far the cleanest I have ever personally seen. I mean, like I said earlier, I don't even need to paint this. This is all just clean metal. With the gold freeze plugs, I mean, this is such a killer combo with looks, of course. But this thing is just gonna perform amazing. Another thing I did want to bring up, so obviously this thing has a 272 cam in it. It's gonna have long tube headers. I do have M50 injectors, which I can put with all this, but the one thing I'm lacking is a chip tune. I need to figure out where to go for that. If you guys have any recommendations on where to send my ECU, or if they can just make me a custom chip of some sort to kind of just tie everything together. But I mean, dude, I don't even want to put this in the car. I mean, this looks so amazing. And a size comparison to the Honda motor, I mean, we got my arm right here, and it's about as long as my forearm and hand, comparatively. I mean, I know this is 6 cylinders, but I mean, look at this. It just keeps going. This thing is huge. You know, we're gonna throw it in 0.5. Look at this thing. I'm sitting here genuinely geeking, bro. It's so pretty. With all that being said, guys, I'm gonna end the video right here because I feel like I got a lot of shit I gotta do. I gotta get ready for my coilovers. If you can see them there in the corner, that's a little sneak peek for you guys. But I gotta get working with that, start making that video. We are on a roll here. Got a lot of shit to do. But soon this thing will be inside the E30. You know what, I'll give you guys a little bit of a long shot. Look at this. This is next video right here. This is all of next video. Front end rebuild, brand new coilovers. Get ready. Here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.
Yo, my BMW scraped the floor. You understand? My BMW, the side of my crib looking like Wrigley Field.